It has to tell a story. And if it doesn't, then you're wasting your time. You just have a piece of iron or bronze standing out there, and it says nothing.
World-renowned sculptor Eddie Dixon is working artistically to tell Timothy Cole's sad story for almost a year. Cole's the first Texan to be posthumously pardoned after a wrongful conviction and imprisonment.
It's been an intense labor. I don't know whether you call it love or not. Maybe it's an intense labor of justice.
Cole was a tech student when he was falsely convicted for raping fellow student Michelle Mallon. He was sentenced to 25 years in prison and died there in 1999 from an illness. 10 years later, that conviction was overturned by an Austin judge when the person who committed the crime confessed. Dixon says he was reluctant at first to get involved with the memorial, but feels it's his duty to tell Cole's story.
This happened here. This was a student at Texas Tech. And as you see in those photographs, did you see some of his photographs? In the lineup, he was holding his number plate. He was smiling. Why? Because he knew he didn't do it and somebody was going to get him out of this.
Initial plans called for a plain granite monument in Cole's memory, but Dixon soon had a change of heart and a vision calling for more grandeur worthy of the man who paid such a high price for a dreadful mistake. So, he's sculpting a 9-foot statue.
Did you see his photograph about 5 years later? He looked as if though he had gone crazy. He looked totally insane. 5 years in prison for something you didn't do. His attorney said that he could have taken a plea, but he refused because he wasn't guilty. I wouldn't have either.
The statue will be placed at the corner of 19th and University. Councilman Todd Klein has been behind the project since the beginning. He says it's the perfect location for the memorial.
You've got Texas Tech right over there. He was a tech student at the time. His original interaction with law enforcement that led to the misidentification took place not far from here. And you've got a lot of visibility, and you have a beautiful green spot. It's just kind of a nice synergy of a multitude of relevant reasons to put it here.
And Klein says a statue is most appropriate.
And I think it grew from more of a relief into a sculpture just as a natural outgrowth of the importance of the project, the importance of Tim's life, what he stood for, what his untimely death represents. And from that, I think you're going to find something even nicer. And I think it's going to be something we can all be very proud of.
Dixon is almost finished with the model and will begin casting it soon. He expects the project to be completed by October or November. Bailey Jo Miller, Fox 34, News at 9.